So my name is Arzeena Hamir, and we're here at Amara Farm, which is located in the Comox Valley on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. My husband and I moved here about 7 years ago to start this farm. We wanted to have an organic farm that would feed both our family but also the community. We are really passionate about farming organically as a way of responding to some of the changes that are happening in the environment, especially around climate change, and to model a way of growing food that is light on the planet, but also can produce an economic return for the owners. So probably the biggest difference you'll see between us and maybe a bigger farm, a big ag farm, is that we do have a very large diversity of crops. We grow probably 40 plus different types of vegetables on a very small footprint. So we've only got about 1.5 acres in vegetables, and that's 40 different kinds. And then on top of that, we have blueberries and apples and hazelnuts and garlic. And so we've diversified quite heavily, and that's for a number of reasons: to prevent pest pressures. It forces us to be very efficient with our use of land, but it also is something that can be done on a hand basis or using very minimal equipment. You know, I think this type of model can be adapted and changed, but used across both up and down the Salmon Nation area, where small acreages can produce a very high quantity of food, especially the high value crops like vegetables. And it doesn't require a very large land base, so it is very replicable. So I did run for municipal election in 2018 and am now the rural director on the Comox Valley Regional District. We do have specific needs around both land protection, but also we're looking at changing policies around procurement so that you know, at all levels we can try and get more local food pushed into our schools, into our hospitals, and into our government offices. So farmers, fisher people, anyone that's using this resource base along the area where salmon are here on the West Coast, I think we're all connected in a fabric that can really help to transmit ideas. I think Salmon Nation connects people who are in the same bioregion, you know, with the focus around salmon, and I think that's perfect because our type of farming, I would think, supports the health of our water systems, which then supports salmon. So it's not an indirect connection. We are directly connected to salmon as well. You know, I'm always inspired by what other people are doing, and I think sharing stories of what works, for me, it powers me up so that I can continue on. If we're at all concerned about the climate and what is happening to the planet, we need change to not just be localized, but we need it to be everywhere. And so the more we can share our stories and our ideas, the better.